Okay, I'm still playing around with my new iPhone 11 with a wireless mic. So I've got my ribs cleaned up. Gonna take the scraps to put them in a baggie. Gonna put them in the freezer. And then when I want to re-season my cast iron pots and pans, I'll have some fat to season them up with. So I've removed the membrane. I've trimmed up the ends and the belly flap right here. Got all that off. I'm going to dry this up a little bit. That's a good looking piece of meat right there. Okay, I'm going to put on 4 different spices, rubs, barbecue rub, 4 different blends. You can use what you want to use, but for the past few times, I've had really good success with this. Just a very light coating. Got to watch your sodium content now, because some of these guys they're pretty hefty on the sodium content. So pay attention, especially if you're on a limited sodium intake, such as me. Heart patient, cardiac patient. You don't need a whole lot of sodium. So take it easy. And if it's got way too much sodium on the label, like 45%, watch how you use it. And even though this is a rub, considered a rub, I'm not going to rub it, okay? I'm just going to pat it in, like so. And do the same thing to the backside. I'm going to let this sit overnight. It's got some chunks in it. Brown sugar in these spices has a tendency to gum up. So if it says brown sugar, you gotta be a little aggressive with it. I've had this about the 4th time I've used this concoction of the 4 different rubs. Now these are competitors that makes these rubs. Killer Hogs and Heath Riles. They win championships. They win championships. So if they're winners, why shouldn't I use them? All right, there's 4 different spices. This has got my salt, my pepper, my garlic, all kinds of stuff in it. So I'm going to wrap this in saran wrap and food wrap. I'm going to let it sit overnight. And then sometime tomorrow, probably about 10 o'clock, see, the salt and the brown sugar has already been absorbed by the moisture. So I'm going to wrap this up in food wrap and let it sit overnight. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon now. So about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to put it on the grill and it'll be ready for lunch. All right, stay tuned. Okay, I cleaned the board off, put down a layer of food wrap. I'm really liking this board. We take one side of it like so, other side of it like so. Seal the edges, bring it over. Seal the edges and bring it over. Now I'm going to take this out of the refrigerator in the morning about 8:30, 9 o'clock, because I want it to be at room temperature when it goes on the grill. I really don't like putting cold meat on a hot grill or in a hot frying pan for that matter. So that's just my personal style. If you want to go straight from the 40-degree icebox to a hot, roaring, raging fire, that's totally your call, okay? This is what I do in my kitchen. All right, stay tuned. Okay, we got our Weber grill started. Got our starter charcoal snake going. It's cherry, hickory, cherry, hickory, and a water pan. That should do it. So we're going to oil with a little bit of olive oil. You can certainly use the oil of your choice, vegetable, mineral, 30 weight, Quaker, whatever you want to use there, dude. It's your show, okay? Now the fire is up to temperature. Let's get cooking. Okay, it is 9:30 in the morning. The ribs have been marinating overnight. And there's the ribs. Almost didn't have enough room. Okay, we've got the bottom, the air inlet about halfway open. The heat is here, so we want to put the vent opposite the heat. So that way the heat and the smoke will go over the meat and out that way. We're going to check it about every 45 minutes just because I'm nosy. Okay, here's something that I haven't done before. We're going to give it a try. Got the preparation board. We're going to put the ribs on there. Like so. We're going to check the internal temperature real quick. Our target is 200. $168. So we still got a while to go. So according to the internet, where I get a lot of my information from, is to slather some butter and brown sugar on the top of it. Well, the brown sugar is a stretch for me, so I'm not going to use brown sugar. But I do like butter, okay? It doesn't say how much butter to put on it, but that looks about enough for me. We'll see how that goes. Now we're going to make a tent out of this, like so. Now, we're not going to wrap it tight. I'm going to take some pineapple juice, just the juice. Pour just a few tablespoons, maybe half a cup, into there. And this goes back on the grill, just like this. Just like that. And we're going to rotate the grate just a little bit like so. And again, the vent goes away from the heat. That fire will go out in just a minute because it can't breathe. You can't have fire without fresh flow of oxygen. Okie dokie, it's done. As they say, the proof is in the pudding. So it's been resting here for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Oh, that smells so good. Oh my goodness. That's ooh, tender. Look at that. It is bones coming out of the, it's still a little bit warm. All right, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. Oh my goodness. Got a smoke ring. Very tender. Look at that. Juicy, juicy, juicy. This is some kind of good right here. See, you don't have to cut it like that. It just slices right through. My goodness. This is juicy, juicy, juicy. Oh my goodness, that's good. That is good, good, good stuff. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And always, it's a pleasure. I hope you all have a blessed day. Bon appetit. And as always, you are very much appreciated.